realized I really wanted to be on the front end of people's medical issues rather than the back end. We can't dump pesticides on everything and expect the earth to be healthy or expect ourselves to be healthy.
Body, right?
The first thing I would say is that we really like to focus on blood sugar. Like, how are people doing with regulating their blood sugar? Some people may come in with a set idea of how their diet might be, and we can meet with anyone really. From A to Z, I would say. Like, we need to understand, and I don't think a lot of people do understand, that there are categories of fats that are extremely wonderful for us, and there's categories of fats that are extremely detrimental to our health. Think of your future self too. Like, when you think about your future self, do you want them to be the same as right now, or maybe a little worse, or do you want to upgrade it a little bit?
I like that. Yeah. Upgrade a little.
Just a little. And baby steps.
That's right. Hello, friends. Welcome again to Eden Valley Podcast. It is my privilege and pleasure to have you with us one more time when we normally bring special guests to be with us and to share about their story. So we welcome you. Thank you for joining and for being with us. And today I have a very special guest. Her name is Bobbie Covert, and she will be sharing a little bit on her story, what she's doing today, and how she's impacting lives. Bobbie, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here, and I just got a tour of your facility, which was absolutely amazing, very impressive.
Wonderful. We are so happy you're here with us today.
Thank you.
And we want to hear more about you, your story, what are you currently doing, and all of that. So we look forward to some exciting time.
All right.
For the time we have for today. So who is Bobbie?
Who is Bobbie? Oh gosh, that's a tough place to start.
Yes.
Bobbie, I am a native New Yorker, but moved to Colorado over 30 years ago. My background has always been in biology, biochemistry, and went to school for biology, which I always loved, and ended up coming out to Colorado working for a pharmaceutical company for on and off for 15 years. Went back to school for some coursework in microbiology at CSU, Colorado State. And then went back to work at the pharma company and realized I really wanted to be on the front end of people's medical issues rather than the back end.
Wow, that's awesome.
So that led me to nutrition school as well as a culinary nutrition program.
Right, and that's something, as we were talking before the show, I noticed your MNT. Many people don't know what MNT stands for. Tell us about that.
It's a Master Nutrition Therapy degree from NTI Nutrition Therapy Institute in Denver.
Yes, that is cool. And currently, we're going to talk about the current role you're playing and where you are playing that role. So you are a nutritional health coach.
Correct.
At Natural Grocers.
At Natural Grocers.
Yes. Tell us about what that entails.
It's such a fun job, first of all. But each store that Natural Grocers have, their aim is to have a person like me in store.
Awesome.
And that person definitely helps people on the floor, select supplements, helps them throughout the store, really. But our main focus is, I kind of dump it into 3 buckets. One bucket is I have free classes at Natural Grocers.
Beautiful.
The second bucket is I do one-on-one coaching with our customers, and that is completely free to our customers. We do something else called a personal shopping experience to help people out, maybe if they suddenly realize they should be gluten-free or dairy-free, or if they're just really new to Natural Grocers. And then the other piece is outreach. So I go out to other gyms or other companies and just try to let them know what we're doing at Natural Grocers.
And how you can help, right?
Exactly.
That is amazing. Now, Natural Grocers, as I was looking into this a little bit, was started in 1955.
Correct.
That's a long time of operation.
Yes.
Or operating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very neat company because it's always been the Isley family. So it was started in 55
Yes.
by Margaret and Philip Isley.
Right.
And Margaret had some health issues that she was able to, with Whole Foods, really kind of help herself very effectively. And she really wanted to get the news out
That's amazing.
to her community. And that's how
Yes.
Natural Grocers really started. I
Yes.
believe the first store was in Lakewood, and it was in a little cottage building, so they called it
Yes.
Vitamin Cottage then.
Okay.
And then we expanded to the name Natural Grocers
Natural
Vitamin
Grocers.
Cottage over
Yes.
time. Yeah.
Cool. And how many of these stores are here in Loveland or
gosh.
in Colorado? We have several, right?
There are many. So,
Yeah.
so of course it started in Colorado. I think we've got, I don't know the number of stores in Colorado, but there's many.
Several, yeah.
I bet there's at least 40.
Yeah.
If I had to
wow.
guess.
Yes.
But close to you, we've got Loveland,
Loveland,
Fort Collins. Yep.
yes.
Longmont is
Longmont,
not
okay.
too far off. Yeah.
All right.
So,
Yes, so they're not too far off from our location right
Yeah.
here, and we've visited several of them, by the way.
yeah, good to have you.
Yes, we like that. Okay, so there's something I've noticed, Bobbie,
Yeah.
as I get to understand and learn more about Natural Grocers. There is this idea of standards, like your standards of some important things that
Very much so.
you take very seriously.
Yes.
Tell me about this organic approach, the
Okay.
organic foods, and
Right.
does any kind of food just go there? It have to be organic?
Well, all of our produce
produce,
is
right.
100%
All
organic.
your produce, yeah.
Yes.
that is
So
nice.
that, there's many things that sets Natural Grocers apart from other
us.
grocery stores.
Tell us about a few of those.
Okay, so standards. You said it.
Okay.
You absolutely said it. So standards, and we have standards for really every department in the store.
Got it. Yes.
So easy to start with the produce where it's 100% organic.
Yes.
But if we move over to grocery, we have no
Yeah.
artificial sweeteners or flavors or colors. So that's
Yes,
big.
That's big.
Yeah. Almost everything, almost everything in the store is absolutely non-GMO as well. So we avoid GMOs. Our supplements department has its own
Yes.
standards.
Okay.
We also have, and our standards, I don't think people realize what a big website Natural Grocers has. And we've got,
Yes.
if you're ever curious about our standards,
Yes.
they're listed.
It's
They're very
all listed
transparent.
there.
It's all there.
It's not some secret.
No.
That is tucked
Right.
away.
Right.
Your standards are listed so
Right.
people can check it out
Right.
and just see the upfront approach that you
Yes. And then on the flip side of that, we also have
Yeah.
giant lists of ingredients we will not carry,
have. You will not carry.
as well as the reason why we won't carry it. So
For sure.
it's
Yeah.
very thorough, very transparent.
Love it.
Yes.
That is amazing
Yeah.
to know that you can go to a place where
Yes.
you upfront, you know the standards.
Exactly.
And you can look it up yourself. You can see the why.
Right.
And that can lead you into your shopping experience
Yeah.
or coaching experience.
Right.
Talking about coaching.
Right.
You are a nutrition coach.
Yes, correct.
Tell me
Yeah.
what that looks like for
Okay.
you day to day in the
Yeah.
store.
Yeah. So, and it is, I'm going to be honest, probably the favorite part of my job.
Yes.
Get to meet with people one-on-one.
That's awesome.
For an hour and just
Yes.
talk about, I usually start and we talk maybe for half the meeting about what they're dealing with,
Yes.
what their diet is like, what supplements they might already be taking.
Awesome.
So I find out a whole lot more about them. And then I try to find out where they feel most inspired to start to work on. Because, we want things to go in a stepwise fashion. We don't want to overwhelm anybody too
Yes.
much because, especially if someone's very new to natural foods and natural living, we want to kind of take it slow,
take it
but
slow.
but give them some good steps to work on. And then we always invite them back because it's not a one-step process. It's not a one and done. We would love to see those people come back and work with them maybe for a few months in a row to see where we can make benefit in their lives.
So the one-on-one, one of your favorite or most favorite parts
Right.
of your job is
Right.
meeting, talking with
Yeah.
them. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. Well, there's some other things that comes to my mind as it relates to how natural grocers impact the community. What
Right.
are some things you'd say about that, the
Right.
impact in the community?
Right. One of the most amazing things that Natural Grocers does, they got rid of plastic bags, single-use plastic bags in 2009.
Yeah. Okay.
And in lieu of that, what we do is we have reusable bags.
Yes.
But what we do with those is every time someone brings in their reusable bag,
Yes.
we give them, or we give the food bank actually,
Right.
5 cents. So
Okay.
over the course of time, we've given like over $1 million to local food banks.
Yes.
Just by asking people to use their reusable bags. So
Wow.
we're helping the environment and
Right.
we're helping the food bank.
Right. That
Yeah.
is cool. That is cool. You know, reaching the community.
Right.
And through like connecting and partnering with the food bank,
Yeah.
that is an awesome thing
Yeah.
that you do. So, as it relates to serving the community, you mentioned as a coach, you're working one-on-one with them, you are helping them on their journey.
Yeah.
So, another thing that comes to my mind is, what is the most common misconception people have when they walk into a store like yours for
Right.
the first time?
Everything is so expensive.
Okay, so
That's
so
yeah.
misconception, everything
Right.
is expensive. How do you deal with
Right. I honestly encourage people to do their comparison shopping. I want
Good.
people to, and
Good.
I'm a comparison shopper,
Yeah.
so I'm out there too. I know. And I always like to remind folks that when it comes to organic produce,
Yeah.
we're not always, it's a much more seasonal thing, so we're not
Right.
always going to get, oh gosh, well, I was going to say bananas, but we always have bananas, but
Right.
you're not always going to get like
Yeah.
a squash at the beginning of the growing season. Like I think
I
of
see.
squash as being
Yeah.
more like winter
later,
time,
yeah,
later in
summer.
the year.
I mean, fall, winterish, yeah.
So sometimes by eating organic, you're not necessarily
Yeah.
finding the ingredients you might want, but you are getting the
Yeah.
ingredients that are seasonal, which
Right.
I think we all kind of think that eating more seasonally
That's right.
is a wise way to go, if not only for the nutrition.
Yes, interestingly, you mentioned that because as you may notice when you got to see our place a little bit,
Yeah.
that we are very interested in the seasonal effect as
Right.
well, the things that are growing in a particular season, that
Right.
we recommend that a lot
Good.
because we share a lot of values on
Absolutely.
that, on nutrition and things like
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
That's cool. So with that in mind, how we talk about your standard and things that are very crucial for
Right.
the entity,
Right.
about the mission.
Right.
What would you say one of the main things in your mission at Natural Grocers?
Right. Well, honestly, the overarching mission is like you can't separate human health from the planet's health.
Cool.
And so, so we can't dump pesticides on everything and expect the earth to be healthy or expect
Yes,
ourselves to
or
be
the
healthy.
body, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's very, very important to Natural Grocers. And really the other piece of that is,
Yeah.
in a way, like Natural Grocers kind of nudges and pushes companies to
Okay.
improve their products to meet our standards.
Standard, right.
So in that way, we're kind of pushing the envelope a little bit for those excellent standards in what goes into our bodies. And then by corollary, the people who shop at Natural Grocers, they're kind of voting with their dollars too
Right.
for that type of system.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. That is cool. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Awesome. Now, as we move a little bit into this section as it relates to Natural Grocers, the connections we're talking about with the people in store and partnering with other community members, friends that are watching and thinking, I've been to Natural Grocers, or I'd like to go there to learn a little bit more, or to see a coach like Bobbie to be able to talk and just share a little bit about their health. Now, question on that note on
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah.
So someone that comes in Is there a particular approach? I know earlier you said you, as you're coaching, you really start from the basics. But what's the approach into coaching, and what spectrum of
Right.
audience would you say that you see that
Okay.
comes in for coaching?
Right. It's very broad. The first thing I would say is that we really like to focus on blood sugar. Like,
Yeah.
how are people doing with regulating their blood sugar?
Okay.
And so much that goes into that is going
That's a
to
good
be,
one. Yeah.
how much protein, how much
Yeah.
fat, healthy
Yeah.
fat, obviously,
Right.
and how much fiber are we getting. And so that's one way to kind of explain the picture to folks, like
Wow, that's cool.
how can we balance that out? But then on the other side of things, like I have people who come in, and some people may come in with a set idea of how their diet might be, and
Yeah.
we can meet with anyone really,
That's cool.
from A to Z, I would say. But we're kind of really working on that protein, fat, fiber structure to make sure, like, once we kind of balance out blood
Yes.
sugar, a lot of other things fall into place.
That is amazing. Bobbie, you took a tour of our facilities
Yeah.
and you saw a little bit of things we do. And interesting as you're talking about the blood sugar, because some of our guests that comes here, that's precisely some of the things that we work with them
Right.
with. And I'm seeing the natural connection here
Yeah.
with the ones you're working with, and also those who come here. Their nutrition matters, and so we're careful, when they come,
Right.
of what they're eating and how we're using certain therapies to help them on their journey.
Certainly.
So my question would be, from what you've seen here at Eden Valley today
Right.
in your tour,
Right.
what connections do you see based on some of what we do?
Right. Well, we just, love how we all know that
Yes.
diet is such an important part. So that is it's almost always my starting point.
Yes, good.
But it's more of a holistic approach too.
Yes.
And in coaching, I will speak with
Right.
people. Are you getting some exercise? I really hope
Yes.
so. How is your stress? Like,
Right.
have you tried mitigating stress? So I'm also like looking at various aspects of their health, not
Correct.
just the diet.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
and
course. The
you guys-
whole person health.
Yeah.
And you were
And you
about
guys,
to say.
yeah, you guys are offering so much of that here as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So this is great. I'm excited, as we think about our community, how we can help our community better.
Right.
From a store like Natural Grocers here at Eden Valley.
Yeah.
Some people have come here and they're like, wow, we didn't know that there's a place like this out
Right.
there almost in nowhere. And they come into the valley, then they're like, wow,
Yeah.
this is an amazing little valley where people come for our health retreats, and they're
Right.
able to just relax.
Yes.
Slow down. The whole
Yeah.
person, as you're saying, rest well.
Yes.
Get good
Oh,
rest.
yes.
Make sure you're getting enough water,
Yes.
right? and our hydrotherapists and your nutrition and
Right.
just that. And we have mental health coaches here,
Okay.
counselors that are
Very
counseling
nice.
with them and helping. And they so appreciate it that they see the whole person approach.
Yes.
So as we bring this closer to a close, there are a few other questions
Sure.
I have. At Eden Valley, we do believe that what person eats is important.
Yeah.
And how they take care of their body, and how food can be a powerful medicine, right?
Yeah.
So from your experience guiding people every day on these, how much does food actually move the needle to chronic diseases? What would you say?
Oh, I would say quite a bit. I would say
Yeah.
quite a bit. I know I mentioned healthy fats earlier.
Right.
And just the idea, like, we need to understand, and I don't think a lot of people do understand, that there are categories of fats that are
Yes.
extremely wonderful for us. And there's categories
right.
of fats that are extremely detrimental to our health in
Yeah.
terms of inflammation in the body primarily. So healthy fats, olives, olive oil, avocado
Okay,
oil,
yes.
coconut oil. Yeah.
Some nuts.
Nuts and seeds. Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that is cool. I
Yeah.
love it. So we're seeing that based on the selection, in this
Right.
case fats,
Right.
selection of the fatty foods that we eat, or
Right.
any other, any maybe a type of carbohydrate
Right.
or a protein,
Right.
that can affect our health and
Absolutely.
how, we perhaps avoid diseases. Would you
Exactly.
say? Yeah.
Yeah, agree. And to kind of take it a little further too, like eating organic as much as we can.
Okay, here we go.
We avoid the
Yeah.
pesticides. We
Yes.
avoid the herbicides.
Yeah.
And then we also avoid the fact that our liver has to detox those
Right,
compounds if
right,
we take them
yeah.
in. So that's another piece.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is cool. Love it, love it. So what I'm hearing and seeing right here, both Natural Grocers and Eden Valley,
Yeah.
we're right here in Loveland.
Yeah.
We're in the community,
Yeah.
and we do share some similar goals as we speak. I'm learning
Absolutely.
more about Natural Grocers and what we do here at Eden Valley. I'm excited
Yeah.
to see how we're sharing these similar goals. How do you see organizations like ours
Right.
working together to serve people who are serious about their health?
Right, right. I mean, just again, I think outreach matters. I think that one of the barriers for people to be able to eat well in their own homes is sometimes knowledge. Sometimes we make food preparation harder than it has to be. So just strategies for
Yes,
folks, because
yes.
otherwise folks tend to rely on the processed foods, the
And
fast.
they're easier, right?
They're fast,
Fast.
fast, cheap, and easy is what I call them.
Fast, cheap, and easy. Like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes, and it's an easy thing to rely on when it's that way.
Right.
And some of the more
Right.
natural approach are trying to get your organic food and as much as possible, then the processing
Right.
of preparing them,
Right.
it may not be as technical as some people think.
Right.
What do you say?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got to make it easier on
And
folks.
I think that's part of your job as
It
a
is.
nutritional health coach.
It is a little bit. And, some of the classes I give are recipe demonstrations.
Good. Awesome.
And so I do try, I like to cook, but I also like to be
How
expedient.
can we be more expedient?
Yes. And so I will show people how to do things that are quick or
So they can be more effective,
more
in
efficient in the kitchen.
preparation
Yeah.
or pre-prep and things like
Yes.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, as we come to the close of our time
Yeah.
together, it's so beautiful sharing and hearing
Yeah.
all the things that you're doing at Natural Grocers and what the stores are doing for the community
Right.
at large.
Right.
That is exciting to hear. Now, here come a couple of questions that comes to my mind as we think about people
Yeah.
and awareness.
Okay.
What gives you the most hope about the direction people are moving when it comes to food and health awareness?
Okay. Yeah.
Do you see a thriving or community that is more aware
Right.
and they're like, yeah, we want to move in a better or healthier direction?
Right,
What gives you
right.
hope on that?
Yeah, definitely. And I think it comes back to information and education.
Education.
The more we can explain to people
Yes.
what's not good for our health and why, and
Yes.
here's the alternative.
Here we go.
That's important.
That's something we like to say here at Eden Valley, something better.
Right.
Like those who are one, they say, we want to make these changes
Right.
or we want to change direction.
Right.
And they're like, but we don't know.
Right.
And so that piece that you mentioned is so crucial, that education.
Right.
Educating people, helping people to be aware, and then also be able to offer something better.
Right.
That is awesome.
Right. And I like to tell people, think of your future self, too.
Yeah.
When you think about your future self, do you want them to be the same as right now or maybe a little worse? Or do you want to upgrade it a little bit?
I like that.
Yeah.
Upgrade a little.
Just a little.
Yeah.
And baby steps.
That's right. And everyone around, that I have been in touch with are excited about upgrades.
Yeah.
I fly a lot, so
Yeah. Oh, there you
folks
go.
are excited when, you got an upgrade. You're like, woo, wow. So think about upgrading our health.
Yes.
Upgrading for the future.
Yeah.
Thinking about our family.
Right.
And spending more time time with family
Beautiful.
rather than having, being in a sick state where you can't have that quality time
Right.
with family members.
Right.
So that upgrade, I love it, and it's important. If someone is listening, let's pull it together here, Bobbie. If someone is listening today and is ready to start eating cleaner, but does not know where to begin, what is the one first step you would tell them to take?
Ooh.
One first step. They
Okay.
want to eat cleaner. They want to make a change.
Right. I'm going to start with not drinking sugary beverages.
Okay.
Like if people are, because people can get a little addicted to sugary beverages.
That is true.
That would be an amazing place to start because if we can replace some of that
Yes.
with good old water.
I was about to ask water.
Yeah.
Good.
Good old water.
Nice.
and making sure we're getting enough water and getting enough hydration because of a lot of us don't get enough
Right.
hydration.
Right.
Yeah.
And if someone says, I drink water, I love it, but because I'm trying to be away from sugary drinks,
Right.
and I still love my juices, do we have 100% juices without excessive sugar that people can?
They're gonna come. I'd almost rather see somebody eating the orange
Here we go.
because, well, not always, but most of
But
the time.
most of the
Most of the
time.
time, eating the orange because you're getting so much fiber
The
with that
fiber.
orange,
Cool.
and you're getting like phytonutrients with
Yes.
that little pithy part
That
of the
little
orange.
white kind
Yeah.
of, just below the peel,
Exactly
the
right.
inside. Okay,
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Awesome. So we want folks to know that we are here to help the community. Natural Grocers are here.
Definitely.
What are some final thoughts would you like to share with our audience?
Oh gosh, I would just say if you're near a Natural Grocers, and we have
Yes.
around 170 stores in 21 states, I believe, check out your local Natural Grocers and find out if they're giving classes. Go to a class. That's a real easy, just easy way to get into the store. We always give you a coupon too when you come for coaching or
that's
when
nice.
you come to a class. So we'll give you a $5 coupon and just take the time and come and find out what Natural Grocers is about.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That is cool. And I do want to say to you, my friends that are watching with us, as we've heard today from Bobbie, the importance of nutrition, for example, and thinking about our lives upgrading, thinking about how our bodies serves to this amazing purpose of maintaining great health and helping us as we look to the future. I'd like you to also consider this. I remember, Bobbie, one of our guests that comes there, there's several of them that shares their stories, and they would talk about they never thought they could eat this way until coming, and then we're able to lead them through the simple steps, and we see the huge difference on how they come for 2 weeks mainly, and it's amazing how they leave talking about the importance of nutrition and their diet, just all the changes they've made, and how they're ready to go back home and continue on that journey. So
That is wonderful.
I do connect with you on that in the context of how people can see the difference. So friends, if you're watching and you are still wondering how can you be benefited by visiting a store like Natural Grocers or a place like Eden Valley and learn more by eating well, having good, proper nutrition, that is, and getting good rest, perhaps drinking more water than high sugary drinks, would like you to know that Natural Grocers right here in Colorado and other states that they're in is there to help you. And we're here at Eden Valley to be able to partner with you too on your healing journey. So thank you very much for tuning in today. And we are so excited that you join us and to share. And Bobbie, 30 seconds, last charge that you'd like to, just something, last punch of encouragement and hope that you'd like to give people. Look at the camera. Take 30 minutes, Bobbie.
Yeah, I would echo
30 seconds.
exactly what you said. Like, again, we already said come see us at Natural Grocers,
Nice.
and if you're called to, I would say definitely come
Okay.
visit Eden Valley too, because what a beautiful setting as well. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
and
Website, how can they
oh yeah,
connect?
naturalgrocers.com.
Okay, good.
You can find store locations, the states we're in, the towns we're in, and yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to put that up on the screen so
Okay.
folks will be able to see that, naturalgrocers.com.
Right.
And you're able to connect with them. And right here at Eden Valley, if you want to know more about what we do, eden-valley.org, eden-valley.org, and you can learn more about these two beautiful missions. In reality, they're missions that serve in the community and bring in health, not just for a few, but for many. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, we will say goodbye for now. And next time we'll tell you about some other amazing stories and people who are impacting their community and the world. Thank you.